Good morning, people. I'm going to do the reading for the lovely sign of Aries. Firstly, as I always do, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. Thank you for all your love and support, and for the many people who've supported me on most of the journey, or if not all of the journey. I've made some beautiful friends with you, so some people just stay with me along the way. It's such a beautiful journey. Aries. If you identify as an Aries, it would mean that you have an Aries sun. So in the Western astrology, we always use the sun sign. But it's only one component of who you are. So if you're interested in finding out more, you can Google, that's Clyde with a bottle. He's Clyde with the demon claws. You can look up a natal chart, birth chart, put all the details of your birth in, and get a whole report on where the planets were when you were born. I really do want to do a live on this, and I might even start embarking on it tomorrow. But anyway, so if you are interested in following that up, it is very informative. You can keep your chart around. Obviously, you know, you change as time goes by, but it shows you the starting point of where you were, which planets were in which houses when you were born, and what actually that means to you. Very interesting. All right, we're going to use the Wild Unknown Tarot for your reading today. If you would like a personal reading with me, www.theaussiegoddess.com. I do have a little bit of time available still this week. Otherwise it will be next week. And I actually have very little time next week too, because I've got a couple of, I'm so covered in dog hair. I've got a couple of major appointments next week, which will take up my time. I finally get to do the next stage on my tooth, which is awesome. First stage is already done, which is the most expensive stage, but it is ready now to go to stage 2, so I'll be really happy with that. Let's have a look what's going on. Let's just get straight into it, Aries. What's happening for you? Okay, so we have the Two of Pentacles coming through. The Two of Pentacles is always shown with butterflies, so I really feel it signifies some sort of balance into a new life, or some sort of choice around finding a new beginning for yourself again. So for me, the Two of Pentacles is all about balance. It can sometimes mean we have two opportunities or two things very similar that we have to choose from, but it is about balancing out those options. And whenever the butterfly comes through with it, I always feel like somehow or another there's a new beginning pending this choice or after this choice. All right, we have the Three of Cups coming through. Are you choosing between two people? Because you've got the Eight of Cups after that. I feel like here there may be a choice. It may be a choice between two people with that Three of Cups, because the Eight of Cups shows you walking away from something. And you do have the Queen of Cups coming through here with the Queen of Wands. Wow, okay. And the Temperance card. Okay, what it feels like to me is there's some sort of situation here that's going to have you thinking about how to move forward. Sometimes when I get that sort of energy, I feel like, you know, perhaps somebody has walked back into your life that you thought you'd lost, or, you know, you're with someone, but then you meet someone and it's really undeniable that you have strong feelings. You may not leave the person you're with, but you may still want to investigate where those feelings are going. But it's like you've got the choice between two things here. If it isn't, because you have those two energies coming through, especially with the two queens as well, they don't necessarily mean females, they can mean feminine energies, but you've got a choice of two things here. And I feel like with that energy of the Two of Pentacles, it may be a very difficult choice to make, but I feel like if you make it, it's going to take you in a new direction. And that's going to give you this opportunity to recreate yourself. So it's possible it's two jobs coming from two different people. It's possible it is another romance sort of stepping in. Could be that you meet two people at the same time and both of them have lots of opportunity for the future. Let's have a look. All right, so we have the Page of Cups. There's definitely a love offer on the table. We have the Ace of Swords coming out again. It's coming out a little bit lately, but this one's coming out with the Ace of Wands. So there is a new beginning, but this is something you wanted. This isn't something you're just accepting or settling. This is something you wanted. It looks like a love offer's coming, and there's something that needs to be finished before you can accept this new love offer. So let's just move on so I can read them all together. We do have the Hermit, Virgo energy with the World card, some sort of Capricorn energy. The Star card coming out with the Two of Cups is definitely a love offer. Something that you're in Hanged Man energy. So you're definitely trying. I'm going to put another card from the middle of the deck for the Hanged Man, and I've got the Six of Cups. I feel like here somebody from your past is returning when you've moved on. It's something that you wanted, but I don't think or feel that you expected. There's a feeling here, especially with the Star and the Two of Cups, that there was some sort of destiny with a person here that perhaps passed you by. And I feel like with that Wheel of Fortune and the Hermit and the Four of Cups, there is this energy that something that you were very unhappy about, dissatisfied with, is coming back around. Now, if it isn't a person for you, it could be a partnership, it could be a work situation, it could be something that you're allowing yourself to move into. But if I go back on the energy, I would say whatever this offer is that's coming through, it's coming through when you've chosen something else, settled for something else, or... So, for example, right, you go after your dream job. Let's have a look at a job. You go after your dream job and you get your dream job and you're really, really happy with it. Or maybe you didn't get it. Maybe somebody nipped you at the post and you lost your dream job. And then a few months later, somebody comes back around and says, hey, you know, you were second in this. The person that we picked didn't work out. Are you interested in taking the role on? But in the meantime, you may have moved on to another job, which is equally as good, and you're equally as happy. And now you've got to decide, do you stay with the tried and true, or do you move forward with the other? It's a very strong energy here that something from the past is returning. Now, the Hanged Man's with this. So there is a feeling here that perhaps one of those pentacles represents the energy of trying to really understand what you want, really like trying to really digest, is this the opportunity I want, or do I move on? Now, if it is relationship for you, and it's very possible with the Two of Cups here, especially with that Star card, I feel like somebody from your past may be returning and you've already moved on to another situation. And I feel like here, you know that you can have a new beginning and you can have what you want, but perhaps it's not that easy a decision. You know, sometimes we're so sure that of something we want, and then when we go back to it, it's not quite the same. And that's sort of really, I don't want to say it's incredibly disappointing. I feel quite honestly what happens is we heal in between. So, you know, I remember my first love. I was only about 14, 15 when I first met this particular person. And we were together for a little while. I loved him so much. And then he turned 16, I think. I'm just wondering now. I think he turned 16 and he called the relationship off. I think he had a lot of push from his friends. And I remember him telling me in the picture theatre, and I remember crying solidly for a whole week. I was absolutely distraught. And then I moved on. I did have a little bit of a phase where I was sort of out of whack and whatever else, and I moved on. And then I don't even know now how long it was. Maybe a few months later, he turned up on my doorstep and wanted me back. And I was so excited. I was so over the moon. I thought all my Christmases would come at once. But you don't realise how much you've healed through all those tears and the pain and the questioning. And, you know, and I didn't have the greatest self-esteem either. But after I'd sort of said yes, it probably took a couple of days. And I really didn't know whether it was what I wanted anymore. I look back and I think, well, perhaps it was a fear of getting hurt again, but it wasn't like that. And then only a few months down the track, we came to Australia. So I never heard from him again. And I feel like sometimes perhaps we sometimes get what we want, but when we've got it, it doesn't really give us what we thought we were going to get from it. It sounds like a big sort of prophesized thing. So I feel like there are two opportunities here. But to me, after doing the reading, I feel like perhaps one opportunity you've already established, a new one's coming through, because this is why we've got this tossing up energy. It is possible we could be talking about a third party, or somebody who's separated, or somebody who's come back around after a period of time of being away, because I do see the Eight of Cups. And that means you moving away from something here. I feel like it's possible it could be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. It could be a Leo, Sag, Aries. Temperance is Sagittarius energy, so it could be a Sag. But whatever it is, to me, you are trying to find some sort of balance here to move forward. The Hierophant is here, so that gives it another level there completely. Because I feel like somehow or another, maybe you've moved on, got married again, maybe you're in a very settled situation, but this person is still stirring up your feelings. Maybe you moved on from a job, maybe you got a job, but it was only casual and you really love the job, but this one's full-time. So there's a whole lot of sort of energy there with that Hierophant, that things will be much more set in stone and much more stable if you go in that direction. But also that you've got to make the choice, is the direction you're currently moving in the right one for you? Alrighty, let's read you an oracle card, Aries. Oh, straight out, the Black Egg. That's a special card, that one. The Black Egg is right at the end of the book under Spirit. So it has things like the Phoenix, the Sea Serpent, the Dragon, the Golden Egg, the Black Egg, speaking from an authentic voice and the truth again. After that Ace of Swords keeps coming out. The Black Egg contains one of life's essential treasures, the truth. Inside of it resides no confusion, no excuses, no small talk, noise or lies, not even white ones. This living and breathing vessel harbours only that which rings true. When this essence is in balance, we speak slowly and clearly. We are drawn to activities like writing, reading, singing, teaching, or public speaking. Sound draws us in, books draw us in, the concept of truth itself draws us in. We start asking questions like, what do I know to be true about myself? If you are really listening to this reading and you feel the connection with this reading, then it's very possible you'll find that what's cracking today essential to watch, essential with the Ace of Swords. And what is true about the world? When the energy of the Black Egg is not yet accessed, we speak from an unsure place. We say things others want to hear, gossip or repeat stories to justify our subpar behaviour. We might even try to convince ourselves that we have no inner truth at all. The energy of the Black Egg hovers and waits for us to reconnect. It is available at every moment in every situation. It is the epicenter of truth and the birthplace of our voice. So I feel like somehow or another here, whatever this situation is, it's going to really help you stand in your own truth. What does that mean? If you watch the What's Cracking reading, I give a really good example of what is standing in your truth. It's not about being honest, which of course that's part thereof. It's about really being true to who you are. Have you moved into a job or a relationship or a situation that really you settle for, or that you enjoy, you like, but it's not really your heart's content? Something here is coming forth to make you question whether you have picked the right thing in your life, Aries. Because I feel like something is coming in now that's going to make you question the direction you moved in and get you to move in a new direction, or offer you a new direction. It may be romance, it may be a job, but whatever it is that's coming in is taking you in the direction of your own soul, of your own truth. So it's very possible that you've moved into something else because 1444 on the clock, because you felt at the time that was the right way to go, and Spirit is now showing you what you can truly achieve when you are standing in your own power. So I think there's a choice to be made. Thank you.